Right here, we have a bit of an interesting question from Reddit, right? It says, why Timmy didn't have Cosmo and Wanda disguise themselves as human adults in the first place. If he did, he wouldn't have to deal with Vicky anymore. Now, I ain't gonna lie, when I first read this question, I was like, hold up, they kinda cooking. Because think about it, if Timmy was to have Cosmo and Wanda become adults, and some way somehow got his parents to hire them as babysitters for him and not Vicky, he'd be straight. He wouldn't have to worry about Vicky anymore, right? But then I got to thinking, if he didn't have Vicky in his life making his every day a living hell, he most likely wouldn't have Cosmo and Wanda. Let's be real, right? Vicky is the darkest cloud storming over Timmy's life. And yes, other things do factor into his life sucking ass, but none more than Vicky. And I think even Timmy knows that to an extent, because in Channel Chasers, he says verbatim, he knows eventually he's going to get older and he's going to forget about Cosmo and Wanda. So if it means he has to put up with Vicky for a couple more years, he's willing. And I know that statement does go hand in hand with him wanting to be older and things like that, but it also applies to this conversation. He's willing to deal with Vicky if it means keeping Cosmo and Wanda around. Not to mention in the episode Transparents, when Cosmo and Wanda pretend to be Timmy's parents for a parent-teacher conference, we see they suck at being regular adults. Having them be regular civilian adults for too long wouldn't be the best, because that secret's going to get exposed eventually. But nah, to answer that question, above all else, he needs Vicky in his life. Sad to say. It's either get rid of her and get rid of your furries, or keep Vicky around and keep your furries around.